They go quiet and your mind gets loud. You notice it straight away, the shift, the silence. One moment they're engaged, responsive, and then nothing. No reply, no follow-up, no energy. And your mind fills the gap instantly. What happened? Did I say something wrong? And you start questioning, are they pulling away? And just like that, you're no longer in the moment. You're in the meaning, because silence doesn't stay neutral for long. It becomes something. And most of the time, it becomes rejection. But here's what most people don't understand. When someone with ADHD goes quiet, it's not always emotional. It's often neurological. Their attention has shifted. That's it. Not because they don't care, not because they've changed how they feel, but because their focus has moved. And when focus moves, communication drops. And when communication drops, you feel it. You feel it as distance. And your nervous system reacts because from your perspective, silence means something is wrong. Silence means disconnection. Silence means uncertainty. And uncertainty creates anxiety. So what do? You try to reconnect. You send another message, you check in, you try to bring them back, not because you're needy, but because you're trying to stabilize what feels unstable. But from their side, it lands completely differently. It can feel like pressure to them, like they've been pulled back into something they weren't fully present in. And if they're already overwhelmed, they don't move closer, they move further away. And now the silence gets louder and the gap grows. And this is the cycle. They go quiet, you feel unsettled, you reach out, they feel pressure, they withdraw more. And both of you are reacting, but neither of you are reacting to the same thing. You're reacting to what it feels like. They're responding to what they can handle in that moment. And that mismatch creates confusion. So the question becomes, what is the silence actually telling you? Is it rejection or is it a break in attention? Because those are not the same thing. And how you interpret it determines how you respond. If you interpret silence as rejection, you will respond with urgency, with emotion and pressure, and that will push the dynamic further into imbalance. But if you understand that silence can be a pattern, a pause in attention, you create that space, not distant space, but space that allows things to reset. It allows you to stay grounded instead of reactive. And this is where your self-relationship matters, because the quieter they go, the louder you become inside. And if you don't know how to regulate that internal noise, you will act from it. So the real work is not just understanding them, it's understanding your response to the silence. You have to ask yourself questions like, can I pause? Can I wait without assuming the worst? Can I hold my ground without chasing for clarity in that exact moment? Because when you can do that, the dynamic changes, the pressure reduces, and connection becomes easier, not forced, not chased, but natural. And this is where relationships start to feel different. They feel less reactive, less intense, and more understood. Not perfect, nothing's perfect, but at least you have that clarity. So if this resonates, take a moment. The next time they go quiet, don't rush in to fill the silence. Observe it, because what you do in that moment changes everything. And if you want to understand your patterns more deeply and build a stronger relationship with yourself as well as others, my book, Fix Me, is linked below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.